Just strip that, you start to turn. Just there. Start to turn. Okay, there we go.
This is the epic Cold Plunge Pro from Sunhome Sauna, built like a tank with industrial casters for rolling and state-of-the-art cooling coils and filters with ozone and UV, built out of stainless steel with an extremely durable and weather-resistant coating, color touchscreen LED controls, pretty damn quiet operation, gorgeous lights both inside the tub and on the floor, and it gets so cold it makes ice.
That's it. That's it. Oh. So when things are colder than 39, there's a very different sharpness. And this has got that sharpness right now. This says it's at 33. I believe it. It feels like it's 3 degrees right now. Sharp as nails. You know about the benefits of cold plunge, right? Anti-inflammation, or bringing down your inflammation. You've got help with your metabolism. You've got the inability to talk. I think that the most important thing ends up being this like resilience, this mental toughness that comes with resisting something and getting in every time. One of the things I love about it being super cold is I don't have to be in it for quite as long. You can't. I'm gonna call that good for now. Okay, so in one night, that thing has gotten so cold.
Okay, so let's talk about my two favorite things, the shape of the tub and how this thing chills.
That is a big tub.
Yeah, it's wide too. Like
How tall are you, Tom?
Like 6'3".
6'3".
I don't mind it.
A little, like it's deeper, and
yeah, I like it deeper.
I think I actually prefer it to laying down.
I think I do too, actually.
Yeah.
I like how it's compact, but deeper, and just there's something about the feeling of it, the vibe, it feels really good.
Woo!
Then my other favorite thing is how it chills.
We've attached the coils directly to the tub itself so that the cooling is cooling the tub directly and isn't relying on any kind of filtration or water movement. That lets us build ice on the floor of the tub.
Ice all around the outside. Look, it's free floating.
And on the walls.
Oh my god, there's ice on the sides. That's how cold it is.
Yeah.
Chillers up against the walls and the floor of the unit are super unique. Everything else is using a separate chiller which requires water moving through it. It cools the water, then puts the cold water back in the tub and keeps the cycle going. This works completely different and allows it to get to much colder temperatures much quicker.
Gosh, it's such a therapy to just have your hands this cold. Oh.
Well, Dad, I'm just slowly pushing it down.
The cooling unit is chilling the walls and the floor. All the defrost cycle does is cut that off.
All the way in, baby.
You know, you could have the tub walls being 23 degrees, but the center of the tub, you know, be 40. And so when defrost mode comes on, that warmer water in the center of the tub will begin to melt the ice.
Keep going. That's it. That's it. You can do anything for 20 seconds. Hey, put those arms in. Put those arms in. Yes. Yes.
And so, you know, if you're keeping it in ice making mode, maybe you want to hit the UV sanitization button when you hop out. That'll run a 15-minute sanitizing cycle using the UV and the ozone.
Good job.
It cools down pretty quickly. It takes no time at all. Where I've seen independent chiller units can take a long time. This thing is really quick.
The guts of the machinery are all behind this door. You've got a master fuse and a couple filters.
So there's a strainer filter that can catch larger particles like hair and things like that. That's the metal basket that you would just rinse out. And then there's the larger white filter that's a finer grain, and it's gonna catch all the rest of the stuff. I definitely recommend it kind of just cracking that door open once a week, kind of take a little glance in there, see, you know, hey, you know, it's starting to turn yellow, starting to turn brown. You know, once the colors start changing, it's time to consider changing that filter.
Other notes on build and materials here is there is a nice top made with some faux leather. It feels good, works great. And then there's the LCD touchscreen, which has a bunch of parameters you can control. And here on this shot, you can see a little bit of the texture of the coating on the outside of that steel. It is extremely robust, built for lots of weather.
You do not have to keep it down at 30 degrees. You don't. I'm reminding myself of that right now. But there's something about that bite that I've actually enjoyed. And there's no cold plunge on the market from my latest research that gets anywhere near this kind of temperature. You definitely feel a little bit more like a badass when you do something like this in the morning. There really is something so nice about starting your day with something like a cold plunge, okay? It's very challenging. Ultra coffee from Jot. Wild Cocoa Tropic Superfood. Fill halfway. Give it some zhuzhing. And at the 33 degrees, I gotta say, because I've been using my plunge from the coldplunge.com people for a while now, at 45, 50 even. It's nice. It's easier to get into. You can hang out there and do a little bit of breath work. Ladies tend to like that quite a lot more than the really, really cold, but man, how much of a difference it makes when it is sharp like that. I wonder if there's a difference in benefits. Every morning I take these. This episode's brought to you by Wild Foods Co. This is the Wild Man, and then this is the Bowl Blend. These are herbs and these are organs designed to help you maintain and balance your hormones. How do they write it? The modern environment attacks men, making it harder to achieve optimal hormone production. I was already taking some of the things in here, ashwagandha, we've got Tongat Ali, this bovine testicles, prostate, bone, liver, and marrow. All right, what? Eating beef liver has been one of the biggest and best supplements I've ever taken, and you crush 3 of these and 3 of these, and you feel like, again, just like that kind of cold plunge in the morning thing, you've got, you got some juice going. I'm on it right now. I'm on the Wild Man Foods. Put a little bit of monk fruit in here. Okay, here's my take after using it for 3 months and comparing it directly with the Cold Plunge XL Pro model. First of all, it is built like a tank, okay? It's got really good build and materials. The stainless steel, the coating on the outside, and the fact that it's all one built-in unit. So the casters on the bottom, you can actually roll this thing around even when you've got it full of water. Then the tub itself, is bigger, okay? It's more upright. It's more upright, and I like that, okay? It also gets a lot colder with this direct chiller versus the inline chiller kind of stuff. That said, I do actually prefer to keep it above freezing because the ice can be a little bit cumbersome. Now, it is definitely quieter than my other plunge. If you've got it down at like 23 degrees, it's gonna be working, you're gonna hear it, but it is definitely quieter than my other plunge. What is not quiet on this thing is how bright the LED screen is. There is no dimmer, it does not turn off unless you have the whole unit turned off. So I wanna rig up a little cover for this, maybe using some magnets, because I don't like that it's so bright and it doesn't dim out. The other thing to know is that when it is cold, when it is quite cold, when you're in ice making mode, it won't run the UV sterilize thing. So every time I get out, I just kind of push the button, it runs a little cycle. And I haven't changed this water out in 3 months and it's still pretty damn clear, okay? This is the top rated plunge from Forbes, Barbend, Men's Journal. So I had to see what it was like. If you use my code CHASE200, I'll put that in the first comment below and in the YouTube description, you should get $200 off of this thing. Why does that matter? Because, well, who doesn't like to save money? This is like a $9,000, $10,000 thing. It is cheaper than the other high-rated ones like Morosco or Renew or Blue Cubes. It has less challenges on the build and material. There's no wood or anything like that. It does the direct chiller and gets a lot colder. It is, if you're gonna get a cold plunge, I was always saying before, like, go for the Plunge XL because it's nice to have the extra space, and the Pro because it chills faster and gets a little bit colder, but this kind of blows all of that stuff out of the water. So use my code CHASE200, comments below, ask any questions, I'll answer everything that I can.
Thanks for watching. Thanks to Sun Home for working with me on this, and thanks to Wild Foods. Be yourself. Everyone else is taken. Bye! Hi, ChatGPT. What are the proven benefits of cold plunging?
1. Reduces inflammation. Cold exposure can decrease inflammation and swelling in muscles and joints. 2. Speeds muscle recovery. 3. Boosts circulation. The cold causes your blood vessels to constrict, and when you warm up afterward, your circulation improves. 4. Improves mental clarity and mood. Cold water exposure triggers a release of endorphins and norepinephrine, which can enhance mood and focus. 5. Strengthens the immune system.
Thank you, ChatGPT. By the way, do you know that researchers have found that if you're nice to AI, it performs better? They don't know why or how.